Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Today we are continuing our journey that we left off last time, and it is another 500 miles. We're currently in between Tucson and Show Low, Arizona, heading up to Kayenta, Arizona. We have another 500 miles to go. It should take us about 13 hours, which is a little bit of a concern because we only have about 9 hours to complete the job. So hopefully we can cut some time off of that so we don't get any late fees. But I did have to sleep here because we were pretty exhausted, so we're in a little bit of a crunch for time, but should be a relatively easy trip. We're still in the Kenworth T680, I believe. And yeah, we're going to continue the trip of the, I think it's what, 9,000 pounds, 6,500 pounds of plows to Sunshine Crops. So, should be a relatively easy trip. Where's the exit again? Here it is. I have been wanting to finish this trip for a while now, to be able to, oh god, he is flying. We're gonna have to pull out. This is gonna be very strange. Is it clear? Seems clear. Watch the trailer. There we go. Yeah, I've been wanting to finish this trip for a while now. I don't like leaving trips in the middle. Makes me just think, oh god, I really want to just be able to finish it, get through it. And, having to leave it halfway through was sucky, because then I also really wanted to just play American Truck Simulator, not record it, but I couldn't because I was in the middle of a run that I knew I needed to finish recording. So I was like, well, I don't feel like recording, I feel like playing, but I can't. So, but it's good. We're finishing this run. This is one of the last cities in Arizona that we need to discover, which is really nice. Then we can go and discover, I think it's Ehrenberg. And then we will work our way back up into California and look at some of the new places in way northern California, like Eureka, I think it is one of the new places they added. So I don't know how long we're going to drive this Kenworth, the day cab. It is pretty awesome. And I want to keep driving it because I actually do enjoy getting out of the W900 for a little bit. And this truck is so easy to drive. It's very nice, quite refreshing. Also, just a brief thing, I do have my air conditioning on. It is a very hot day today, which most of you might already know, because I think it's like a nationwide heat wave or something, or it's just a coincidence that it seems to be hot everywhere, but it's pretty hot. So in the 90s today, the AC definitely needs to be run, so I do apologize if you can hear it. I don't think you will over the engine, though. I think it's going to be relatively quiet. You guys couldn't hear the other one. This one's kind of a different tone. I have had these are very twisty roads. I have had the fan mode on, but I've never had the air conditioning mode, which is a lot louder while recording. So I've had the fan on, but not the AC. So this is the first time with the AC, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Should be relatively good. Yeah, we're just going to finish this trip off and then look to finally get out of Arizona, which would be, I guess, kind of nice. Arizona's a really nice place to drive. It looks very beautiful, but I've been kind of missing doing some longer trips and stuff like that. I want to start taking more trips all around and getting back into California, Nevada, and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what the speed limit is, but I'm going to do about 55. The one thing about this truck is it doesn't have the, it doesn't have a speed thing on the actual, 35. It doesn't have a speed dial on the actual computer, so you do have to look up on the actual dial. The W900 has that little speed indicator that'll tell you what your speed is at on the actual, like a digital, not an analog. This one's analog, which is fine. Not that big of a deal. What does that say? Visit Show Low something museum. Crocus Museum? I don't know. Toys R Us. Yeah, it's very nice to be back in a day cab. It's just, the W900 is a really nice truck. It's beautiful. It looks awesome, but man, is it big. And it's just, it takes a lot to maneuver that truck. And it's just nice to kind of whip around a little day cab again. I looked at another mod too. Someone released a, it's 25 miles an hour, I'm going a little quick. Someone released a, God, grinding the gears. Someone released a Peterbilt 377, and I checked that out, but the seating position was just not something that I prefer. I'm very picky about my trucks and what I drive and stuff like that. Typically, I'll test out a mod, and it's all dependent on mirrors and seat position is really what and also just how good the interior is. But the seating position on that Peterbilt 377 was just something that I didn't enjoy. I couldn't see any of the mirrors, couldn't even see the driver mirror from where I wanted to sit. Pretty much maxed out the seating position on height and sitting back, which still was not in the greatest position that I wanted it to be. I try to sit where I think I might sit in a truck, or how I would like to sit in a truck, which I would like to sit up high and back so I can at least see most of my mirrors. Oh God, we gotta get over. This is bad. Oh, thank God it's a green. Wow, this truck is just turned so sharply. I had to remind myself. But yeah, so it's just the seating position wasn't very good in the 377. The mirrors were also for some reason like really dark. I don't know why. Like during the day, it looked like I was looking at mirrors at night. Like it had a dark tint over it, which was very strange. So that was during the day. I couldn't imagine what it would look like at night. But even if I were to do that truck, I would have lost this run. So I wouldn't have been able to finish this run. You can't swap out trucks in the middle of a job. So yeah, I'm very picky about my trucks. That's kind of why I've been sticking to default trucks. It's just because I can fine tune the seating position and stuff like that. And the reason why I like this truck too is I like the trucks that I can look at this camera angle and see the passenger side mirror, which is another reason why I like the W900. I just like to be able to still see where I'm going, still see my gauges, especially because I'm driving a manual, and also being able to see out of my right side mirror, which is pretty important. We are entering... Where are we entering? Hollowbrook. Entering Hollowbrook. God, we hit the brakes quite a bit there. And there's a train. So yeah, I am approaching 200,000 subscribers very quickly on YouTube, which is amazing and surprising and shocking. I mean, it doesn't feel like that long ago that I got 100,000. Now I'm gonna get 2, which is double, and it's just wow, it's a lot of subscribers. But I'm trying to. I have an idea for what I want to do for my 200,000 subscriber special. It's not gonna happen exactly at 200,000. Just because there's a point there where I was getting ready to start making it, and then YouTube did their whole subscriber delete batch, and I think I ended up losing like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers or something from all the inactive accounts that they got rid of. And I was getting really close. I think I was at like 197,000, and then they got rid of like 5,000 subscribers. So it set me back quite a bit, and I was like, oh man, I was so close. So I kind of put off starting to make that video because I was like, oh, we got to get, a couple more thousand subscribers before we're getting back close to 200. And that happened a lot quicker than I thought it would. I mean, they just kind of kept shooting up and shooting up. Next thing I know, we're less than 1,000 away. I think less than 700 away at this point. It's crazy. So thank you guys a lot for subscribing and supporting me and watching my videos and just being awesome fans. I do have something planned. I am going to start working on it. It's probably going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be anything like, well, I don't want to hype it up because I don't want it to be, this thing that people are like, oh, I cannot wait. It's super, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be different for sure. And I hope people will enjoy it. I think they will. So it's just going to be something that I'm going to have to take some time to make and edit and stuff like that. So that should hopefully happen soon. I know also Polecat this is kind of unrelated, but not really. I know Polecat is currently getting close to 100,000 subscribers. And since me and him pretty much hang out almost every day, we're probably going to try to maybe do something together, which would be pretty cool. We have some ideas that we're kind of bouncing around and deciding and figuring out what we want to do. But yeah, we'll see. we'll see what we decide to go with. But I know we're gonna make something that will be very enjoyable for most people out there. So it's just gonna take some time. Ah, that tanker has a strobe going. That seems unnecessary. All right, 75 miles an hour. Wow, that is quick. We're just gonna try to keep my, what's the cruise set again? I can't remember. Can't quite remember which one I have two buttons. One is cruise resume and one is cruise set. That must be set. Yep. Okay, that one is set. All right. So let's try to get ourselves to about, let's do 60. 60. Oh, we're exiting anyway. Okay, good. After all that, we're just gonna exit the freeway. Trying to get myself up to a cruise speed. But yeah, so we have some ideas on what we want to do. It should be fun. We should have a good time making it. So we'll see. It's not gonna happen exactly at 200. So just FYI, just so you know, it's gonna happen a little bit afterwards because I might try to hold off just until Polecat is a little bit closer to 100,000. So that way we can kind of do the same thing. Oops. Came to a complete stop there. Not oops, I came to a complete stop, but oops, I came to a much faster stop than I wanted to. My wheel seems a lot more like it's just turning the truck a lot quicker. Like that just seems very fast for turning a truck, but who knows? 7th, too. We shouldn't be in 7th. It's been a little while. It's been a week. Every time I go a week, I always get a little bit rusty. Even though this whole week I've been driving a manual, well, not this whole week, but most of the days of this week, it's been really nice to actually get out and drive the Miata more than I have in the past, just because of, Polecat now owning a Miata. It's just nice to have somebody else that shares an interest that you have that you can now actually, cruise around with. It's always nice when you have a friend or someone close that has the same interest in, especially like a vehicle. Because after you spend all the time working on it, which we've spent a ton of time working on his car, after you spend that time to actually see it on the road and drive with your friend that has the same, it's just nice. It's a good experience. It's pretty nice. And two Miatas, they're street legal go-karts is what I always classified them as, which is true. I mean, those things are practically street legal go-karts. They're so zippy that they're, just, it's insane. Some of the things that you can pull off in a Miata. They're not fast, obviously. Anybody with an engine can probably beat you in a straight line, but the cornering and all that is just where it's amazing. Fun cars. Do I recommend daily driving one? No. If you have another option, have a Miata as a second car. If you don't, and you just want to be, I guess, really awesome, yeah, sure, daily a Miata, that'd be really cool. There's actually a guy, I actually want to give him the proper shout out, because there's actually a guy right now on Instagram that is doing a kind of a road trip in his Miata. Sorry, I'm trying to find his name. His name is Bandygram, Bandygram. He's a guy that is taking his Miata all around the U.S. practically. He's driving to all these different racetracks. He's going to do all these different events. He's going to drive all around the U.S. So he's not only just driving his car to all these different tracks, he's then going to do track days and then continue driving. He says he thinks the whole trip is going to be about 7,000 miles. 7,000 miles in a, car that is probably 20-something years old. I'm not sure what. I know his is the same generation as mine, an NA Miata, but I don't know what year. So it's could be anywhere from like 18 to 27 years old, probably. Oh god, we got to come to a stop here. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Someone deciding to drive that far in a car like that. That is really cool. So you can follow him on Instagram and like keep track of his trip, which is pretty cool. I've been doing that, and it's nice seeing someone just go, you know what? I'm gonna take this car that most people don't think is a road trip car, and I'm gonna drive it to all the tracks and all the events that I always wanted to go to. It's just that would be such an awesome experience to do. I would love to do something like that. Hey, Kayenta. We are here. One more state to go, which is Edinburgh, I believe, in Arizona. But we're here. It's a pretty small looking town, way on the northern Arizona border. And we are going to be entering sunshine crops here. We drop our trailer. Watch the fence, watch the fence. There we go. I'm hoping also with the rescaling of American Truck Sim that some of the things are also going to be rescaled. Kind of like, you know, streets, how big streets are, turning into places, gate openings, just things to be just a little bit bigger. Do I have to park it in there? Yeah, I do. Who the heck wants it there? Oh, come on, look at this. How am I supposed to? Well, we got a day cab. Thank God. Because trying to back in this flatbed trailer with a W900 non-day cab without being able to see, oh, that would have been very difficult. But we have this awesome rear view mirror that we can just look out of. I should have been back in a day cab a long time ago. I don't even know if I'm ever going to go back. That's not true. The W900 is a really awesome truck. Should I spend the money and get rid of the sleeper? I feel like that would just be a waste. Or I could hire, or just buy another truck and then keep that W900 a second truck, a day cab, keep my sleeper, so that way I have two, and just kind of switch between the two when I feel like it. I think that would be pretty cool. We got to get some more money for that, though, because those W900s are not cheap. Man, that rear window really helped me set this trailer up. Oh, look at this. I love day cabs. They're just so easy. You can stick your head out. You can see everything you're doing. You got a nice rear window where you can see the other side of the trailer, especially when it's a flatbed like this. And it just makes it 10 times easier to come in here and back a trailer. Boom, we're already done. I mean, think about the times that you guys have seen me, how long it's taken me before in the past to back a trailer in. It's been embarrassing before. So, and that's a lot quicker. But we're here. We're dropped. We're done. So, go ahead and drop the trailer completely, and we'll take a look. I don't think we were late, which is good. We went 507 miles. It took us 25 hours. That's a very long time. 69 gallons of fuel. We got $10,000 and 600 XP, which finally put us into level 22. And I think I said, so rank 4 would be for distances longer than 1,000 miles. Deliveries up to 1,600 miles. Right now, we're up to deliveries up to 1,000, which actually isn't that bad. 1,000 miles is not that bad. Just-in-time delivery, maybe. I'm going to go just-in-time delivery. I'm comfortable with just-in-time delivery. The points are just an added extra thing anyway. It's not really that crazy of a deal, but... So yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, but next time... we are going to be leaving Cayenta and hopefully hitting up Ehrenberg, even along the way. Who knows? I still need to rediscover Oakdale just because updates. I want to go to Ukiah, which is one of the new California states, and then Hornbrook, which is now officially one of the new cities. I said states, sorry, cities. I know that this was part of, Hornbrook was part of... MHA Pro Map Mods, I think, added Hornbrook, but now SCS originally. I have no map mods in, so this is all the default map. So we need to hit up Edinburgh along the way so we can finish off Arizona, which would be really nice, and then finish off California again. And Nevada's already done, but it would be nice to kind of get ourselves up northern California. It's a very beautiful place up there. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit the like button. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.